So I'm here today with Craig Armstrong, one of our associates in Harlow. Craig's been operating just over 6 months, and I thought I'd take a little moment of his time. We'll grab a quick coffee and a walk in the park, just to have a chat about his progress so far. Craig, a couple of questions really, which I thought would be useful for some other people. What was the deciding factor for you to take the step into self-employed agency and come away from the sort of corporate agency that you'd worked at previously?
I think the initial sights into how estate agents were going, I think probably started to set in for me about 18 months, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was quite clear that the self-employed model was going to become more prominent in the estate agency market, and also to give me that impact where I can put my processes and my passions in place rather than that of essentially a corporate that's got no real, sometimes at that level, they've got no skin in the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Often the clients are being, I felt, pushed down a route that maybe they weren't necessarily comfortable with, and I thought the self-employed model gives them that option.
Yeah, no, that's good. So it gave you that control, I suppose.
Yeah.
To run it your way.
And be more flexible around the clients, both buyers and sellers.
So on that point, the sort of work-life balance, how's that been since you've come away from your sort of employed role?
Really well. Like I say, it's taken a bit of time to get used to.
Yeah.
Certainly sort of when I first went self-employed, I was up at 8:30, I was sitting at my desk and I was ready to go, and I couldn't leave my desk until sort of 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Old habits die hard.
Absolutely. But a lot of estate agency, I think the crucial stuff is done probably after 6 o'clock or weekends.
Yeah.
A lot of people working Monday to Friday, 9 till 5. And a lot of the time in employed estate agency, sometimes people are sitting there waiting for stuff to do, or they're scratching around for bits to do.
Yeah.
So I've been able to balance those times with, actually, do you know what? Now I can spend some time with my kids.
Yeah. Because you have 2 boys, right?
Yeah.
How's that sort of fitted in with that type of life, and certainly in lockdown life as we are now? How's that work?
Yeah, really well. It's enabled me to be there for more than just parents' evening.
Yeah.
And discipline.
Yeah.
Now I can get involved with the homeschooling bits in the mornings, and then move on from there. Once I've done that bit, I can go into work mode.
Yeah.
And it still enables me, I'm still checking on my emails if there's anything urgent. And the boys, to be fair to them, have done a great job.
Yeah.
They completely understand when Dad's on the phone.
Silence.
Or we better not go bursting into the office because Dad might be on a Zoom or whatever. So yeah, absolutely, I've got to take my hat off to them and my wife, really. So yeah,
the whole family sort of involved.
It really has
in
become,
the process, which is nice.
It has become really a whole family orientated thing, really. So
what were your fears before taking the leap? Because it is a leap. Like, what was on your mind of what could go wrong here?
Obviously, first thing, money. Yeah. You're potentially sort of putting yourself at 6 to 9 months where your standard of living, if you haven't got the money there to support that, could take a bit of a hit. And then that fear that I think everyone has, that I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough. I knew the Harlow market.
Yeah.
I knew everybody. I've changed a lot over the years as well. So, and I've been out of the Harlow area for a little while. And I wondered whether would enough people make the connection. Hi, that's Craig that sold me my house 10 years ago.
I remember him. Yeah.
Certainly a lot of people have.
Good.
So I'm getting lots of people say, yeah, I remember you sold me my house, or you sold my friend's house, or I'm thinking Harlow, to be fair, 45 minutes of separation, aren't you? Talk to someone long enough, you know someone that knows someone that knows someone.
Yeah. You've been here a long time, haven't you? So that's good. And so with the program itself, how have you found the support from the network as a whole? So from maybe sort of the headquarters of the business as well as the other associates, how have you found that group?
Get on really well with a lot of the other associates. Particularly spend a lot of time talking to Atul and Arthur. Yes. And I try and make that effort to talk to everybody. But naturally in workplaces you get people that are naturally pulled together, probably by gender or age group or things that they like. From yourselves, absolutely, you've got skin in the game. So again, it probably goes back to that corporate versus sort of independent and whatnot. You guys are out doing appointments on a daily basis. So it's certainly, you know what problems essentially we're coming up against, and you're able to offer viable solutions, rather than you should have just said this. So, absolutely, I find it fantastic.
I do find that we are able to relate a little bit, like far more, because we're more than often than not, we're all encountering the same problems, right? We've all got lack of stock one week, and problem with buyers the next, and down valuations for mortgage providers, and so those problems do reoccur, don't they?
So absolutely, and there's been numerous of times where you guys have put a call through to me, you've picked up an incoming call for me. That certainly, in my experience, doesn't happen in corporate agencies. So that was...
Oh, that's good. And I suppose, lastly, really, what would you say to, and I know you have done this for us, which has been great so far, and you've really steered a few people in our direction, but what are the sort of things that you say to people when they ask you? Because I know a lot of people do ask you. You've got a fantastic social media presence. People are looking to you as a sort of a shining light of creating success in this model. And I know you won't like hearing that, but it's true. people do look at you in that way. When people ask you, Craig, should I do it? What are the sort of things that you're saying to them? What would you recommend?
I think the self-employed model isn't going to be for everybody out there. I think if you're really good at generating business, if you're one of those guys that are in an office and you're generating business, not just picking up the phone, absolutely, you've got it. If you can get out and you can get your face in front of people, get talking to people, yes, you will get it. It will work for you. If, when you put your hand on your heart and you look at it and you think, actually, do you know what? All my sales this month came off the back of me picking up the phone, or all my instructions this month came off the back of someone phoning up saying, I want to put my house on the market with you. Probably isn't going to work for you. But absolutely, it can work. It's definitely there. It's definitely a viable model. The public are definitely open to it as well. And I think the public actually prefer to have that person who's dealing with it.
That sole point of contact.
Absolutely. Even in the corporate industry, they're not instructing 9 times out of 10 the company. It tends to be, they have 3 or 4 agents around for evaluation. 9 times out of 10, it's the person that they like the most. Why should that change moving forward? So absolutely, give it a go. Like, I don't think I could see myself going back to employed agents.
Oh, brilliant. Well, look, mate, we are loving having you on board, watching the journey so far. It's been fantastic, and building something great here at Harlow. So, I'm pleased and proud to be a part of it with you. Thank you very much for everything.
Lovely. Thank you.
Craig.
Cheers.